Hello, guys, and thank you for clicking the link and coming to our first video review of my book. So, in this video, we're going to do a review of why I wrote the book, and Chris, which is also my business partner, my wife, is going to ask me a few questions and give you a little feedback in regards to the book. So, I thank you guys for clicking the link. Thank you guys for reading the book and getting your copy from the bottom of my heart, and hopefully whatever conversation and insight I give back, you're able to use it and apply it to whatever endeavor you're in.
Yep. So I know that on Kurt's 40th birthday, he shared it with the world that he had written a book, and we're just going to discuss it. And I'm going to ask him a few questions about it. So I guess the first thing that everybody wants to know is what inspired you to write the book?
So what inspired me to write the book was several things, but the main thing that inspired me was a challenge that I was recently in. I've been in several challenges, but this one that I've been in probably over the last year with Dr. Myron Gunn, he makes a challenge where it's called Make Offers Challenge. And in that challenge, he challenged all his students to write the book. So that inspiration came from him to actually physically write the book. Now, as far as the content of the book, that's my journey. I worked for the government for about 15 years before I transitioned to full-time entrepreneur. And along that journey of transition, I made a lot of mistakes. And all those mistakes are captured in the book. And as you will see, each chapter of the book talks about the mistakes that I made. So what inspired me, like I say, is simply the mistakes that I made, and wanted to capture that and pass it on to other people that are going along that journey and their transition to full-time entrepreneurship. So I challenge those that have the book, read the book, understand the content of the book, because that inspiration, the feedback will allow you to have a success in your entrepreneurship journey. So.
Yeah. And I like how you talked about mistakes, but really they're not necessarily mistakes, but they're learning opportunities. So I think, a lot of times people get so caught up in, oh, I don't want to make the leap. I don't want to do this because I'm scared of what might happen. I'm scared of the unknown. But I think a lot of times, if you just take those things and lessons that you learn from things that you've done wrong, lessons you've learned from other people's experiences and hearing about other people's experiences, I think a lot of times we can really learn from those and use those to help us get better in whatever it is we're trying to aspire to do.
And I think that was one of the whole things was not look at them as mistakes, even though they are the title of the book is 7 biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make before they leave the job. But for me, I don't like to call them mistakes. I like to call them lessons learned. And lessons learned applied is wisdom to a certain degree, but those lessons learned applied will help you not only avoid those mistakes, but also time and money, which are key things in entrepreneurship, as you guys are probably learning in your journey. And like I say, once again, I wanted to capture that in a book form where somebody can come to and understand that, look at those leaps and hurdles. And like I say, not necessarily call them mistakes, but like you say, lessons learned, content, nuggets, or whatever you want to, classify it as.
Mm-hmm. And I know that there's many different things that you talk about in this book. What do you think are your top 3 key points or takeaways that you want people to learn from reading it?
Yeah, so like I say, the book in itself. So like I say, each chapter are 7 mistakes that, I challenge entrepreneurs to avoid or deep dive into before they make their full leap. But of course, that being one of the 3 is the 7 mistakes. I guess the second takeaway I want people to take away is that somebody like me can write a book. I'm not nobody special. I'm not nobody, extraordinary in regards to, silver spoon or anything like that. But the fact that I can write a book, I can tell my story, lets me know that other people have a story just as well. Hopefully this book inspires you to take that leap and jump out there and do it as well. And I think the third thing, I take away from the book would be like, apply it. I want people to not only take the book, but take the content of the book and apply it to whatever journey you're on in your entrepreneurship steps. And I promise you, if you do that, it will get you further along in whatever endeavor that you are embarking on. So.
And I think that's key, because I think we come across a lot of things that whether we're watching it, videos, reading, blogs, whatever it is, I think a lot of times we read and we intake a lot of information, but the question is, do we utilize it and apply it to things that we're going through in daily life, whatever that may be.
Right.
I think that's a good key.
Yeah, and for me, my book, my journey is for people that can relate to me. Most people, when they look at entrepreneurs, they're already there. They're already at a level where they're making millions of dollars and doing things. I'm not there yet. I'm still at the beginning stages. So when you have people that want to take their lead, who can they relate to? Who can they get in contact with? Who aren't quote unquote all the way at the end of their financial? They're making millions of dollars already on the big screen. You got somebody that's me, like this is the first video where we're starting a YouTube channel. You're seeing it from scratch. You're seeing the first book that may have a few mistakes and things here, and it's all full transparency. So I'm making the book. I'm being full transparent with my entrepreneurship journey because I know it's people out there just like, okay, I understand what it looks like at the end, but what did it look like at the very beginning when you were just first starting out? And that's where I'm at, and that's what you're going to get out of it.
Okay. Who do you think, I know you mentioned Dr. Myron Golden, who do you think inspires you? So whether you want to repeat and say him or anybody else, who else do you think is an inspiration or do you look up to as an inspiration?
I think that's an easy response for me, and it's probably a cliche answer, but of course my wife inspires me. You inspire me, but not only is she my wife, she's my business partner. And then you have, of course, other entrepreneurs. There's so many I can name that inspire me in their journey. But of course, Dr. Golden, because he's the one that literally looked me in my face, literally, and challenged me to write a book about my story and journey. So I can easily talk about him and his teachings and how he inspired me. But, if I had to pick, one person, of course, it's going to be my business partners, AKA my wife. So she inspires me.
Okay. And I know when you posted about the book and when you made the post on your birthday, you gave people the link where they could purchase the book, where it could be found. What are some other avenues that people can find you if they're looking for you on social media?
Yeah, so you can find me on IG at A Quiet Home Corp. Type that in and you'll find me. As far as social media, I'm also on Facebook under Kurt Wilson. You put that in the search book and I'll pop up. That is me. Add me as a friend. I will add you back and we can have a conversation there. And just find me on YouTube. Comment. I will see every comment, every like, and I will be sure to get back to you. There will also be a website where if you want more in-depth consulting and things of that nature in my in-depth journey, you will be able to go to my website, A Quiet Home Corp. And it will be a tab there where you can click on and schedule time to talk with me in depth. So look forward to speaking with those that are interested, and if not, I look forward to those that just want to follow along on the YouTube channel. I thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we look forward to hearing from you and hope you come with all your questions, with your critique, and give us, some feedback. We look forward to hearing from you guys. And yeah, thanks for joining us on our journey.
Thank you.